Welcome, everybody. My name is Jackie Pierce. I'm going to be your instructor for ENC 1102 this term at Valencia at the Lake Nona campus. This is a mixed mode, or sometimes called hybrid class, which means that even though it is a regular 3-hour course, instead of having 3 hours of in-class time per week, most of our work, all of our work really is going to be done through Canvas, just like a fully online class, but we will have class meetings on Thursdays. Now, not every Thursday, but most Thursdays. So one of the things, of course, we'll do right now is take a look at the schedule. We will be meeting the very first week of class. So hopefully you're all seeing this early in the week, like on Monday, and I will get to see you in full, beautiful physical form this coming Thursday evening. I'm looking forward to meeting with all of you. The attendance, of course, at those in-person classes is generally required. There are some that are going to be optional if you need extra help and things of that nature, but essentially, everything that you need in order to do the reading assignments and video assignments and writing assignments is housed in Canvas, and you're going to turn everything in using Canvas. So it will be very much like a fully online course, but with additional support in person on Thursdays. So let's take a look at what's happening in the first week. Every week, I will typically post a video very much like this at the beginning of the week that will go over what's happening during that week. And of course, one of the things will be, are we meeting or are we not meeting on Thursday? However, you can see right on the homepage, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see that you have the full semester schedule already provided for you. By the way, I'm going to turn this on as view as student just so this column will look more like what you will see it. There's a lot of links over here. Most of them you will not need. We do, of course, have the modules, which is where everything lives in Canvas, which we'll look at today. You have a link to the syllabus page, which of course is one of the first things you should do is go over, and we will talk about it in class on Thursday night. You do have a link to discussions, and one of the reasons you always have a link to the discussions, there are some that are assignments, and we'll look at those when we get there, but the Q&A discussion board is always available to you for asking questions. And in the event that you have a question that you know other people might have or you think people might have, using the Q&A discussion board is an excellent place to put that. If you have a private question or if you just want to talk to me, just you and I, you will use the inbox feature in Canvas over here on the far left-hand column. That also goes to my email, and if I inbox you, it will go to your student email as well. It is very important that throughout the semester you are checking your student email, not only for my class, but just because you're in school. It's very important. You do get a lot of important things there. And I know sometimes it's hard to remember to check that email when you also have, maybe other emails, but please do make a strategy of checking your email often, signing into Canvas often. I would say daily. It's just a good idea. You also, if you sign in ahead of time, you will see any course announcements, much like the one that you're looking at right now. Our course announcements page is right here. There's nothing yet because I'm doing the first one even as we speak. But you will also be able to see any new announcements at the top of the homepage as well. So, for example, we have class this Thursday, but if something happened and I had to be gone, I would post an announcement ahead of time so that you know not to come to campus, if that makes sense. You have a printable version of the syllabus here. And like I said, everything is scheduled right here, you have the ability on the far left-hand column to or right-hand column to automatically see which classes we will for sure meet in, which are optional, and so on and so forth. So most of them are yeses. The first week that we will not meet on Thursday night is on September the 4th. I will be out of town, so I'll remind everybody of that, but we will have 2 Thursday meetings before we get there. So no harm, no foul. You may want to go ahead and get started with this week's work. And we do all of our work, like I said, through the modules. We'll go over this, of course, in person on Thursday night, but if you want to go ahead and get started, you certainly can. Each module will be typically 2 weeks, sometimes just one, but most of the modules will have 2 weeks involved. You will have a page, what we call a page in Canvas for the overview and learning materials. This is where any reading assignments, any videos that you need to watch, all of that will be included there. And then you have the module assignments. This week, the only thing due is the getting to know you discussion board. And then at the end of week 2, the startup scavenger hunt. So go ahead and start taking a look at those. Feel free to work ahead if you so desire. All of our items are visible in Canvas. The only thing that typically does not open on day 1 is the final exam, and it's not an exam in the sense of, oh my gosh, it's a test. But this will be here a week before it's due, 2 weeks max before it's due. So that's all I really wanted to go over with you here at the very beginning, because I will see you on Thursday night and we will get kick-started on Thursday with some fun things that we're going to learn about writing and college writing in particular. So until I see you on Thursday, I hope you guys have a great first week of classes, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care, everybody.